Welcome to this new Addon Spotlight. In this Addon Spotlight we're looking at Aerosoft's CRJ 700, which is released together with the CRJ 500 yesterday. It was one of the aircrafts which everybody was waiting for because it's very detailed. As you can see, the aircraft is, I would say, pretty cool. And there are a lot of details in it. I must warn you, if you think you can fly it as easy as with the default airplanes within Flight Simulator, the answer is no. Flying the aircraft is pretty hard and you really need to read the documentation which comes with the aircraft. Because that's a great thing. Not only you get the aircraft, but you also get a lot of documentation, including a tutorial and test flight which you can do to learn using or flying with this aircraft. So enough talking, let's go inside the aircraft. So as you can see, the aircraft is currently ready for taxi. You can see a lot of displays which you can read right here. You can see the speed and the altitudes. You can see your course, the radar, the engine information, the rudder information, and some kind of information about which things are set correctly and which other things you might need to think of. And there are a lot of buttons, and the cool thing about it, all of these buttons are working. And this is really the first aircraft within Flight Simulator 2020 which I think has all buttons functioning. So for example, here you can set the navigation, you can set the yaw damper, and yaw damper is important because if you don't enable it, autopilot will not function correctly. And here are the buttons to switch between the different electrical systems, or different systems I should say. For example, change to hydraulic, or I can change to the doors, then I can see the doors if the doors are closed. And on the top here some additional buttons. So the lights, the hydraulic information, the electrical information. Here's I think there's a system here which you can pull using this method, and then you will get kind of a heads-up display which shows you some information. Right, really useful for flying during the evening because then you don't need to look continuously at this screen, but you can look at here. And then on the left side, the huge tablet. And the tablet has several functions. So the first one is the checklist. So all the checklists are integrated within this tablet. So you can see before start, clear to start, you can see all the things. The thing which you might think, hey, you can click on them and then it will jump to the correct component. Well, that's not the case. That's not working. Then we've got the performance. And the performance can either be set up here in the ICAS system, or you can use it, you can do it using the tablet and then transfer it to the flight system. If you go to the aircraft, you've got some nice options which you can use. For example, you can remove the blocks or put them in place, and you can open and close the door. So let me go outside, and you can see the doors open, stairs is set, and the blocks are put in front of the wheels. And it also allows us to go inside the aircraft, and you can see it's really detailed. So if you would go inside here, you would see chairs and the baggage containers, and I don't think that I've ever seen this much detail in an aircraft which is part of Flight Simulator. So there's a long list for a long number of rows. You've got the other doors. These are not made, so the toilets, etc., or the lavatories can't be accessed. And now we can continue and go back to the cockpit, right? So here's the cockpit, and as you can see, there are a lot of buttons, and it's really, really detailed. Behind the chairs there are some electrical systems which you can check. That's also part of the manual which describes how you can check them easily, and some other videos from other YouTubers which you can look at. and we're going back to the tablet. So on the left side there are the aircraft states, and the aircraft states will help you, I would say, make it easier for you to start the aircraft. So for example, if you directly want to taxi and you don't want to spend time reading the manual or investigating stuff, you can use these buttons. So cold and dark simply means the aircraft is completely shut down and you need to start from scratch. Turn around, not sure where that option is used for. I think that's doing the turn around state. Ready for startup. Then some additional options are activated, so you need to do, I would say, a little bit more. And then you've got ready for taxi, which will simply make the aircraft ready for taxiing. So this was a quick roundup of the options you have in the new aircraft released by Aerosoft. Again, I think it's definitely worth the money. So if you really want to have, let's say, a new experience of using Flight Simulator, then consider buying the aircraft. Here ends this video. I hope you liked it. If you liked it, then consider to use the like button. If you've got questions or comments, then put them below the video. And if you'd like to stay up to date about new videos I'm posting, then make sure that you're subscribing to my channel. Thanks for watching and see you next time.